Many of you know this facility is a proud history in our community. It opened in 1952. I don't know if anyone did anyone go to school here, by the way? Okay, I got a few people. Opened in 1952 as S.R. Butler High School, and it has a bond that's going to last a long time, and now it has a new life as it reopens with a new use. This is an exciting, game-changing development because as you enter into West Huntsville, the city of Huntsville, and downtown from I-65, this creates a brand new gateway, and we think this is just the start of major changes to this area of town. So someone said beforehand, what's the big deal about craft beer? And why are we talking about this? Well, craft beer is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Multi-billion with a B. That's a big deal for Huntsville, and this is actually a project that has three really important features to it. First of all, we have our great friends like Lucia and others from the chamber here. This is an economic development and a manufacturing project. They're working closely with the brewers. This will cement us, the city of Huntsville and Madison County, as the largest destination for breweries in the state of Alabama, the absolute largest, and one of the largest per capita in the entire Southeast. So it is a significant manufacturing and economic development project. It's a workforce project. A lot of those young creative class, innovative people we're trying to recruit here, that we're competing with Austin and Raleigh and Chattanooga and Greenville, they like this type of stuff. They love the craftsmanship, the artisan nature of this beer. It's authenticity and locally produced. So it's going to be a tool to recruit workforce here. And lastly, it's going to be a tourism project. People travel all over the country to the Napa Valley for wine. Well, this is going to become the Napa Valley of craft beer. People are already traveling here by busloads. Literally last weekend there was a bus that came from Nashville to visit these folks. More and more people will come here as this project is composed of two of the premier craft breweries in the United States of America and an outdoor entertainment facility and green space in between the two of them. So, as we get started, I want to introduce first Dan Perry with Straight to Ale, talk about their part of the project, which you are in, and then Keith Yeager to talk about their new building, which will be just on the other side of the exciting green space. Dan?
Hey everybody, can you hear me? We good? I'm not a speaker, so I'll just throw this out here. We're Straight to Ale Brewery. About 5 years now we've been running here in Huntsville. Looking for a place to expand. This is a great place. This is a great building. We're excited. We're going to fill it up with happy people. We're going to employ a lot of people here locally, and we're going to be able to put out the quantity of beer that we need to put out. Right now we're really limited by our facility and our manufacturing capacity. And this new space, we're going to be able to grow throughout the building here, put some really cool features in, and just be able to produce enough beer to keep everybody happy. So Straight to Ale, we're looking forward to being a part of this development. It's very exciting. I'm going to turn it over to Keith.
First of all, Yellowhammer is close enough that I could have walked here today. So this is not a huge move, not a big location move for us, but we are definitely expanding, and we're excited to announce that sales and growth in sales requires us to expand to meet demands of Alabama consumers, and we're excited to be a part of a new entertainment and tourism destination just a couple doors down from our current location. Excuse me. We've been brewing Belgian and German-style beers in downtown Huntsville since October of 2010. Now we'll be expanding to the field of Old Stone Middle School. The new brewery will sit at the opposite end of the old campus from another expanded brewery. This site will be something new for Huntsville, and we're pleased to be part of it. Thanks to the city and to all the fantastic and loyal consumers of our beer, we look forward to being able to supply more soon. We'd also like to thank the city of Huntsville, Mayor Tommy Battle, and Randy Scrimshire for making this happen. Thanks.
Well, it takes a lot of vision to turn an abandoned school, an abandoned field, into a redeveloped project. I want to introduce the developer who has purchased this property from the school board and the school system and is the leader of this vision, Randy Scrimshire. Randy, can you come on up?
Thank you very much. I wish I could take a lot of credit for this project, but it's to these guys up here. I ended up buying part of the property a few months ago, not realizing what could be and as soon as something could happen there. But with that, it opened the door to a phone call from Straight to Ale saying, we have a vision and we'd like to see if we can make it happen. It wasn't soon after that, Yellowhammer called and said, hey, we hear there's some neat things going on at school. Wonder if we could be part of that. So on a combination between the school board, the city of Huntsville, these people up here, it's, I think, coming together to be one of the most dynamic projects I know that I've been associated with. And it is just really wonderful when you have a project that everybody seems to be happy with. It just is a win-win. So we look forward to about a year from now being able to come and maybe have a little bit more refreshment. I do understand that we do have one cooler over here is a temptation. I don't know if it'll go quite around enough today, but we sure hope to rectify that in a short period of time. Also, in addition to this, we do, in having several other conversations, that we hope to have an announcement or two in the near future that I think will dovetail quite wonderfully into this to continue the expansion and development of this project. So stay tuned and thank you.
That is one of the most exciting things is when you think it's going to be two great breweries, but there's going to be multiple other things with other great institutions like Bandito Burrito right across the street. This is going to be a real hub of activity. In addition to this being redeveloped, it's being sold by the school system. I want to invite Dr. Wardzinski to come up here and talk about how that helps the school system, brings new revenue into the project. So come on up.
Okay, thanks. Well, good afternoon, everybody. This is one more of our properties that was no longer in use that we're now able to put back in the tax rolls and back into economic development for our city. Since I've been here, I think we've disposed of Lincoln Elementary School, East Clinton Elementary School. We have Selden available for anybody that has any money and would like another school. And now this one. This school's been, I think, unoccupied for over 5 years. It was costing the school district resources to maintain at least a modicum of humidity control in here. It was off the tax rolls and so forth. And thanks to the work of the folks up here, it is now going to be part of the revitalization of this part of town, along with the West Huntsville facility that we had just recently sold as well. So good schools and good communities go together, and where we can play a role by improving education, we always do that, and where we can play a role by taking a property that's no longer necessary for the school system and turning that over to businessmen so they can make a go of it in whatever their enterprise, from brewing to a facility for startup corporations such as West Huntsville, then that's what we like to do. So thank you very much.
We're going to hear for a couple more people, and then everyone up front, we'll do a little unveiling, but then afterwards for the media, everyone up front will be available for comments. So speaking on behalf of the mayor who's on travel today, the city's long-range urban planner, Dennis Madsen.
Thank you very much, Chad. I'm personally very excited about this, a big fan of the craft brew scene in Huntsville. But coming from a planner's perspective, I cannot overstate how important a project like this is, how groundbreaking it is. When you look at planning and you look at redevelopment in this context across the country and across the region, this is really the way redevelopment is going. It is communities taking advantage of their existing context, inviting in local business owners, keeping money local, keeping the activity local, growing your economy locally, and creating these fantastic, unique districts and places for the city. And I really want to say, this is not just great for this neighborhood, and I really, really see it having an impact beyond, obviously, the boundaries of the property, but this is going to be a great example for what we can do in other parts of the city as well, in taking historic properties or existing properties and turning them into these great neighborhood nodes. And you can do this all around town. This is a great kind of first test case. There are a lot of other opportunities in South Huntsville, North Huntsville, all across town where we have the opportunity to do great neighborhood revitalization like this. I think it's a wonderful opportunity. I really, really appreciate Yellowhammer and Straight to Ale for taking this leap and really taking this opportunity to create something great for this part of the city. And we're looking forward to doing this in more places as well. Thank you very much.
All right, and lastly, I want to introduce Councilor Bill Kling, whose district we are in and whose district just got a real ramp up with these great two institutions here. So, Councilor Kling.
Well, I want to welcome our newest resident and our newest relocated resident to West Huntsville. There's been a lot of momentum that's been going over here in the last several years, and a large amount of it is due to the partnership that we have between city government, the school system, and the various neighborhood associations representing Merrimack, Low Mill, Holiday Homes, and West Lawn. There's a lot of momentum that's taken place in this part of the city, and I think people are catching on. A lot of road resurfacing has taken place. West Huntsville is the home of the Flying Monkey Arts Center. West Huntsville is the home of Fantasy Playhouse. West Huntsville is the home of two neighborhoods that are on the National Registry of Historic Places, Merrimack and Low Mill. So I think people are catching on that there's a great secret in Huntsville, only it's starting to get out a little bit, that West Huntsville has a lot of great things that are taking place. I want to commend Dr. Rudinsky, Mayor Battle, and their staffs for making this happen. This is a type of partnership that we need. It's going to be a great thing for this part of the city because basically we are at the entrance where people come in the city of Huntsville off of the interstate spur. So people are seeing that Huntsville, Alabama, the central area of the city, is a pretty nice place to be in. And you compare it to other cities around the state where the central areas are not the best place to be. So we're excited. I think there are going to be a lot of great things that are going to take place. The neighborhood associations have been doing their work to make West Huntsville a great place to be. And the amphitheater, when it comes in, I know we're going to have the decibel level taken care of, and that's going to be a good fit with the facility here. And I just want to say thank you to everybody that made this happen, because look around. There's a lot of great things that are taking place in West Huntsville, and I think there's going to be some more good things to come too. So thank all of you for being here.
All right, so to recap, this building, Straight to Ale, relocating their brewery here. Right outside, you'll have a public green space, an outdoor entertainment venue, and just beyond that, you'll have the new construction for the Yellowhammer Brewing. Construction, I'm told, my notes say, can start as soon as 90 days from now and hopefully wraps up in 12 to 18 months. So this is not one of those projects we talk about way down the road. This is something that we all could be here socializing hopefully very soon. So.